Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have Bunny Carpenter here with a GRF update. Well, Bunny, thank you for joining us in the studio. How are you?
I'm doing well and getting better.
Oh, good, good, yes, yes. And we said we weren't going to talk about that, but now that you raised your hand, you had a little bit of a fall. And you know, I think that's actually a really good point to make, is that no matter what your age is, you are potentially going to fall. And you were on a hardwood floor.
I was on a hardwood floor. I was wearing the hospital socks, and I still slip. So it's a message to all the seniors: if you don't want to fall, don't wear socks.
Don't wear
on
socks,
or
or make sure you wear a slipper that has a hard
surface.
Yes, well, at least you're okay, and here you are for our GRF update. So you guys had a meeting, and go ahead and just jump right in, and we'll get started.
Okay. Well, I think the most exciting thing right now is the approval of the ERP system.
Okay.
I am part of that ITAC committee, and I have to tell you that we have been working diligently. We have meetings every single week, and staff has done so much, and we have to really thank Chuck for his participation in getting this through.
Okay.
It's exciting to me because it simplifies all the processes, and it will be an improvement for the employees and the residents too. And the thing that I really want to point out about this is that the money is already funded through the reserves.
Great.
You will not see an increase in per manna per month to implement this system.
Okay.
So one more thing. There will be an article in the next Breeze.
Okay.
And it will tell everybody all about it.
Okay.
So I'm just asking the audience, look for the next Breeze article on the ERP system. It's a very exciting purchase for us.
Well, I think what's nice is that you mentioned that there's no additional cost, but it's going to be an improved service for the residents. So maybe faster times, less time on the phone, all of that type of stuff, right?
Absolutely.
That's great.
Really looking forward to it.
Excellent. So now that it's been approved, what's the process now?
Well, we're gathering all the information that has to be reviewed by our legal. I mean, it's getting the contract ready and getting it signed, and the process which we have to follow in order to get all of the orders, the phases, because it'll come in different phases.
Right.
And so we've worked on the process so that we could get it done in a timely manner. Not a whole lot of people are really can get into that process, but it is a process. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a 3-year project. Okay. Okay. And so you have different phases. There will be training. There will be, everybody has to have training, and is part of this implementation. Lots to do.
Well, lots to do, but nonetheless, you're past the first hurdle, and now you guys can start getting things going. So that's awesome. Now we're going to have a presentation. We've talked about this a couple times before, that Age Well was going to be managing our bus system.
It's still in the proposal stage, and I want to assure everybody that it is in the proposal stage.
Okay.
And because of the pandemic, excuse me, and we had one virtual meeting in regards to this. So we felt that we needed to have another meeting in Clubhouse 5 on the 18th so that everybody can actually come to the meeting and understand what the proposal is about.
Okay.
So afterwards, we will have to have an advisory committee to go over the details, because it's very, very important. We're looking at this contract, when you think about it, for the next 50 years at least.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So when you think about that, there's a lot of details that we have to cover.
Well, exactly. And the reason why this all came together was that, Age Well has been doing this for a long time and save some money and have a efficient system. So.
Right. And one of the reasons why that it was important to the residents is the fact that it is so difficult for us to hire drivers right now.
Yeah.
And so Agewell would basically be responsible to make sure that we have enough drivers to meet the village needs. And that's what the contract would be.
Okay.
It would be managed by the village, not by Agewell.
Okay, so you're just contracting their bus
Right.
system. Okay,
Right.
fantastic. Another thing we've talked a lot about is insurance.
So everybody in third especially saw a $100 increase in insurance. And the presidents and all the presidents really felt that we have an obligation to our community to be able to look at other avenues. And so this committee is dedicated to look at all avenues that may reduce our insurance in the future.
Yes.
And so this committee is not about brokers and negotiating with brokers. It's about thinking outside the box, working with legislation, working with CAI, to see what we can do for all HOAs, to reduce the cost of insurance. Dan Yost is going to be looking into the possibility of what I call a consortium, but it means being able to piggyback onto other HOAs that could possibly reduce our insurance costs. So we're going to be looking at everything to address that issue.
Yeah, that's been quite an undertaking for sure. Now, the Garden Center has a rezoning. What do you want to say there?
To me, that's so exciting. I almost consider it a gift from the city to give us that opportunity. It is now being zoned for residential to be able to put low-income housing there.
Oh.
And so we're going to, and GRF, the majority voted on making sure that is rezoned to open space, which protects the property. So it doesn't mean that you can't down the line try to rezone if you want to do something different with the area, but it will be much more of an effort to do that.
Right.
Okay. And so it's and I want to make sure that everyone knows that this is at no cost to GRF to do this rezoning.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Now we've unfortunately many clubs are unable to get together because Clubhouse 6 isn't open. So and it's no, what are you going to do if you don't have the staff?
I can tell you that recreation is really looking at different ways that we can be able to open up the Clubhouse 6. That's one of the clubhouses that are rented for parties, private parties, things like that. But I think the most important thing is that during the summer, that this is where grandma and grandpa, bring their grandkids and are able to swim. So Brian has reached out to get volunteers to be able to open up the clubhouse.
Right.
But I do want to stress, and I talked to Brian about this, is that it does not change the pool hours.
Okay.
The pool will be open during the summer for kids to swim.
Okay. Yeah, and if they get more volunteers, I know that there was some opportunity to choose between shifts. You could do a morning shift or an afternoon shift, and it's not very long, but nonetheless, at least it will help aid that opening and get people back on track to enjoy all those things over at Clubhouse 6. So,
yeah.
All right, awesome. And then you have a Clubhouse 1 design consultant. What is it you're going to do there?
Well, the approach to this clubhouse is a little different than what we've done in the past. And it was determined that this particular clubhouse is safe. It's had a feasibility study, and there doesn't need to be any structural changes.
Okay.
And based upon that, the committee decided that they wanted to hire a design group to be able to come in and recommend ideas to beautify and modernize.
Okay.
So that's what the contract is about. And just recently we talked to staff, and that RFP is going out for that design group that will be providing that service for us.
Yeah, that's always a nice idea to get some outside ideas, and maybe people who have done other similar projects.
Right.
Okay, all right, excellent. And then you had a special meeting on space planning.
Yes, okay. And basically the special meeting was so that there would be a consensus by the GRF board as how we want to the space planning. And the space planning is important for Building E because, as you know, that building has to be torn down and rebuilt. I mean, it's in really bad shape, not good for the employees.
Okay.
So that was the first issue, that they wanted to be able to go ahead, because we already have a contract, okay, for that particular building, and and they will go ahead and do the feasibility study for all the employees that are going to be in there, and then that contract will give us an option as to what type of building we will have build there.
Oh, I see.
So the next one is that VMS staff has presented a proposal to accommodate some of the new directors, new employees in the community center. And so we met to approve that they go forward and present that proposal to the GRF board.
Okay.
It was really a difficult decision for a committee, you know, to review. And so the committee basically asked that the GRF board take a look at all of that and approve it so that staff can go forward.
Right. How many people are there in that building? Okay, ballpark guess.
Sorry.
Ballpark guess.
I know there's 14 new that they added.
Oh, that's a lot of people to, yeah.
But that's just the new ones that they want to put in there, because they want to bring some of the people from the warehouse, you know, over to that building.
Gotcha.
And right now, off the top of my head, okay, you've got security, moisture intrusion, and landscaping in there.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's still quite a few people to rearrange.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, we do have a celebrity here in the Equestrian Center, and you want to talk to people about how they can get to know our new celebrity. I'm cracking up because we just had Siobhan on, and she was talking about it in the Equestrian Center. I mean, boy, it is paparazzi worthy.
It's the star of our community right now.
Kidding. Right, just adorable.
To be able to get this miniature horse. Yeah. And basically the Equestrian Center manager, which is doing a fabulous job, rescued this pony. So I just want everybody to know that we rescued it. And this didn't cost us any money.
Right.
And he's just adorable. So now the reason what this pony will be able to do, okay, is provide for equine learning. And I don't think everybody knows what equine learning is, but people will be able to come in and say, like, sit in a circle, and the pony, you know, can come up to each person, you know, and you can connect, you know, with the horses. So this is what is going to be coming in the future, this equine learning opportunity for the residents. So if you want to go see this pony, make
Sebby.
sure. Yeah, yes.
Cute little Sebby.
Yes. It's important that you arrange for the Equestrian Center tour.
Right.
And the tours are Wednesday and Thursday at 2 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 12:30 to 2. And I think everybody knows where the Equestrian Center is located on El Toro Road. But it just adds to the character of this equestrian center and where they're going. And
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I am so proud.
Well, we've talked to Laura a number of times, and honestly, the things that she would like to do, which is a lot of what you're talking about, is the equine program, and the Shea Therapeutic Center really does a lot of that. So people with disabilities or people who might have dementia or other things, there is, like you said, a connection. There's something of value with the horses that helps people along, which is really an interesting concept. You would never think that. I mean, a lot of people are afraid of horses.
I know, and I'm one that loves horses, okay? But I can't even, at my age, even get up on a horse. But I like being around them, and I did experience this equine learning. And I was just amazed. And I've got pictures of it where the horses actually come up to your chest. If you have a hat on, you know, they wanted to get the hat off of your head. But you really get a connection with the horse.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a wonderful
great.
experience.
And
yeah.
this is a really good way for people to sort of step into that to see what it's like.
Right.
I think it's great. Well, I haven't met Sebi yet, but I certainly think I need to, because he is quite the talk of the town.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate all of the information. Thank you
Okay.
so much. This is great news. We'll see you guys again next time. But for right now, this is good stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for having me.
All right. You're welcome.
All right.
And if you want to know more about the system, which is the ERP system, make sure you look at the Village Breeze that's coming up next month, and they will have all the information about that. We'll be right back.